guys, Warp Bubble here. Today I'm demonstrating AutoCam Pro version 2, just about to be released. For those unfamiliar with AutoCam Pro, what it does is it finds automatic cinematic camera angles as you move through a scene, and makes sure it always keeps your avatar in shot. So as I go behind an object, it'll find a new angle where it can see me again, and if I go inside this building, so it always knows where I am and it always knows where any obstacles are, which makes it very quick and easy to get a nice walkthrough of a scene. But the main difficulty with version 1, as you can see here, I've done a few times already, is it's very difficult to see where you're going, especially if you're walking sideways through a door or something like that, and it takes a lot of practice. So for version 2 I've added the ability to track other avatars. Let me demonstrate over here with my alt Don Begat Me Doobie. So, first thing you need to do is click this new button here, the target button. Now I'm prompted to go into mouse look, aim at the avatar or object I wish to track, and press C or page down. So, mouse look, aim at Don Begat Me Doobie, page down. You targeted Don Begat Me Doobie, press E to confirm. Press E. And now you'll see the button's turned green to show that we're in tracking mode, and this little sit target here, this follower has appeared. This will follow me around until I'm ready to use it, and if I sit on it, you'll see it's also a fully functional non-physical vehicle, and it allows you to move and run and jump and fly and anything you need to do, so that you can still get on with moving through the scene without having to hop on and off of this chair. Now when I switch on the HUD now, it will stop being an MPV, my avatar will disappear, and will start following my alt around. As you can see, I'm floating just above. You just switch to the other computer so I can start moving. And now it's tracking Don Begat Me Doobie just like it would normally track my own avatar. Now the name tag's a problem, so first of all I can hide the HUDs with Alt-Shift-H, and then hide the interface with Alt-Control F1, and name tags automatically disappear, and as far as you can tell, Don Begat Me Doobie is the only character in the scene. If you happen to want the interface for your video for some reason, then you can always go to Avatar, Preferences, General, and switch off My Name, and that will also hide your name tag from the shot. So now I have freedom to move and actually see where I'm going. I don't actually have to touch AutoCam Pro at all, but at this point, because if I was following an actor around, then I would be free to switch to different camera angles using the shortcuts, change the settings and do whatever else I want to do, concentrating more on the filming than having to walk through little gaps. So that's it working. Let me just bring the HUD interface back and switch it off, and there I am. Now let's say you're in an area with build disabled. If I hop off of this sit device, obviously if build's disabled then this will never appear, but that's not a problem. If you switch it on and you're not sat on this, it will still follow the avatar. The only difference is it's following just behind instead of directly above, so you may not always have the focus dead in the middle. You can see there it's slightly off, but as cameras change it does adjust for that, so any new angle you'll still be centered. The other disadvantage of this method is your character is still physical. I float him just behind your target so that it doesn't have any trouble getting through narrow doorways like this. It should follow me neatly inside the room, no problem. But there is a chance that you can still get stuck on things. So if the sit follower is available, it's usually better to use that. But I included this backup just so that you can still use it anywhere in Second Life, even if build and script is disabled in the region. So, much more useful than version 1, I'm sure you'll agree. The only other new feature that I want to mention is under settings. Whereas before you had minimum range and maximum range, and that's the distance that the camera will appear from your avatar. It will pick a random figure between these two each time it changes. You now also have minimum height and maximum height, so if I lower this down a little bit to say -2 and up to +2, and if I switch this on, oops, I'm still in follow mode, let me just disable follow mode. So, now when I switch angles, you'll see sometimes you get a low shot, sometimes you get a medium shot, sometimes you get a high shot, so it just adds that little bit more variety to your angles. If you want to have the old behaviour where you could just set a single height, then that's easy. You just make sure these are both set exactly the same, and as I start approaching the same rate, you'll see both of them will start going up, and if I turn this one down, so that will give you a fixed height if you'd rather have all one height for your shots, like so. But I find it adds a nice bit of variety if you give it at least a little bit of up and down as you move around. So that's it. Extremely easy to use, as you can see. Very low lag, and you can use it anywhere in Second Life. I hope you find this useful, much more useful than version 1 I'm sure, and enjoy.